All right, so folks, welcome again to the Battle for the Continents tournament. This is game two of Group One. So we had game one earlier today, which proved to be quite a cliffhanger. It lasted over an hour game time, and definitely check that out. It was a very close game up until the end. Game two, though, let's see how this goes. So this also happened earlier today. Full disclosure, this game already happened, but let's. We won't give it away. We'll just have to check it out now and see how this goes. So we have Team West, which is Team Not-Light-Cav, and then Team East, which is our team, Team Nifentar. So, Tarhand, what do you? Anything you can say about this map, and just what do you expect, or what do you think both teams should be doing here?
So this is just saying this is our favorite China map. We love this map, and it has water along the eastern side, and so for Nifentar, for the cold colors, it was a favorable positioning because we've got the fish.
Yeah, that's right. We
side,
actually do have the fish advantage, so to speak, because we do have access to all the fish there. Although Team West does have one player that's
Orange
orange.
has access to it.
Yep.
So, and he's got a nice little bay here to fish out if he wants to.
Mm-hmm.
So he's up north.
That's
Yeah,
right.
and I guess we could talk about the civs as well.
Yep. So
I'll
who's
do
that? Yeah.
I'll do the west side. You can do the cold colors. So
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
orange orange is Byzantines, and that works out well for him. He's close to the water. Byzantine's good on water always. And then the pocket end up being Dravidians. That's here in yellow. And then purple down below is the Lithuanians. And
Yeah.
he's right across from Nebel. Will that be you?
Yeah,
As Burgundians.
that's right.
So I'm
And
just gonna adjust my volume here, and yeah, you take it away. For a
okay,
bit.
sure. Yeah, so actually, this is really funny that you mentioned that because normally when we play this map, we're either actually usually playing with 4 versus 4. So the starting positions are slightly different. And so I'm used to playing this north versus south for this map. So purple and teal would be on the same team. But with a 3 versus 3, it's east versus west. So you've got two players here that are relatively close to each other. So we'll see how that impacts the game, or how that changes things. So there's no natural place to wall off here or anything like that. So yeah,
I
so
actually accidentally paused for a second, trying to, because when I opened the menu, it paused. You went pausing just
yeah,
for a second.
I'll just pause it there for a sec, and I can just mention that. So I'm playing. This is actually me here, playing teal Burgundians, and then blue is we've got Vietnamese in our pocket position, and then green playing Poles. And this is actually a really funny thing because with this map, the way it spawns, you think the way you select the colors, you think you've got a player who'll be pocket, but it doesn't actually always turn out that way. So actually, we had that issue a little bit in the last game. So that is one drawback from the real world maps. They don't always spawn exactly how you want them to. But otherwise, it
So
can be a great
I'm
map.
good to go.
Yep.
I'm at 430. I
430.
don't know where
I'm at 450 actually. If you want to go ahead a little bit
you're
further.
450. Okay.
453 to
Yeah,
be
so
precise.
453. I'll let you know when I get there, and then
I'll just go. I'll just play it from there.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Here we go. All right. So, yeah. So not too much happening at the beginning, but do have kind of a nice. I think Team East they are a little bit closer to each other, I think, than Team West. Team West being pretty spread out. It is a big map. Like this can definitely handle 8 players, and so 3v3. It is a bit of a. It is interesting to see how the players react in that situation. So we'll see how that goes. And here we have Purple sending his scout to do some exploring. So let's see where that goes.
And the way this plays out, it plays out in the last game in the same way too in game one, where in the north side you had 2 flanks across from each other, and the same thing in the south, and then really deep pockets like way in the back, especially on the west side.
Right. And actually, one advantage we did have is that because one of us. Hold on. Was that because you were playing? Did that happen this game? Anyway, we saw the opening position somehow from. Was it from being?
Yeah, Vietnamese
yeah.
get the opening positions. Yeah, so east side cold colors team had spotting on who was where on the west side team.
Right.
So they knew the Byzantine was in the north and Dravidian was pocket and all that.
So this was quite a bit scary here. I don't know if you see this. Purple briefly was chasing my boar, and for a moment I thought he'd get the last hit on it and take away my food. But he did not do that. You see the purple scout there close to the town center.
Yeah, or like body block the villager. And
for a second there I thought, oh geez, I'm going to lose my boar to
It's actually a little bit dicey luring a boar down a hill, because the boars actually will do extra damage because of the bonus.
Really?
Yeah. So if you think you can take 4 hits, actually no, you'll only take 3, I think.
Wow, that's great. So we see here purple's actually flagging my base, so that's interesting. We can see now what happened there. I ended up, against the advice of my allies, I built 2 docks. I thought I might as well. I knew I was going to probably get hit pretty hard, so I thought I would get 2 docks there and get the extra food. So hopefully that investment pays off. We'll have to see. So purple doing a bit of a scout hit there against a villager, and he does manage to kill off one of my villagers. So right off, already Team West has a slight edge.
Yeah, purple's up. He went Lithuanian really fast uptime, and that gave this scout his extra 2 damage from the feudal age. That let him get that kill.
Yeah, so actually, purple is actually the first player in the game to jump up to feudal. So it was an early feudal, I guess you could say. And
really fast feudal, yeah.
His population was, I guess it was 18, as we were saying. Where did I see that?
Yeah, it was I think it was an 18ville uptime.
Right.
18 plus loom.
Mm-hmm. I guess you need the bonus version of Cast Age to see the population. Is that it? I'm not actually seeing it.
Oh, it should be on the. It's not the top.
Oh, it's just at the top.
It's across the top. Yeah, you can see top numbers villagers, bottom numbers military.
Right. All right. So do you see what's happening here? Purple is already coming in with some scouts, and unfortunately, he's got 3, and I'm actually still not in feudal right now. So this is quite brutal. Actually, all of Team West is in feudal before anyone on Team East is in feudal. So that is pretty ugly.
Yeah.
But so I see you're dropping some walls on your side there. Yeah, pretty ambitious walls, actually.
Yeah, there's these Omega walls. This base, there isn't really a Both actually, green and blue both have this situation where they don't have these nice shallows just to wall off, but there's these long walls that if you want to actually wall off your base.
Yeah. All right, so purple is putting some early pressure here on teal, and I am dropping some walls to protect my wood line. You see everybody else is kind of just booming. Okay, orange has also gone 2 docks.
Yeah, so orange is actually going into fire ships, which is pretty good idea since he's got Byzantines. That's why his position's so good. He's the one that got next to the water, and he's Byzantine, so he can actually use those great Byzantine fire ships.
Right. So he's the only player on Team West who has access to the water, and they must have...
no, that's... Yellow actually did make
they technically...
couple of, yeah.
Well, oh yeah, you're right. Look at that. Technically, they do have... They all have access to the water. They can all get there eventually, but... Definitely the direct access.
Yellow actually had... they're actually... In this little puddle on the top left, there's one deep-sea fish that spawns in this little lake here. Wow. So Yellow fished that out, and then now he's switched to...
That's a deep lake.
Traps.
So look at this Tyrant, actually. Yeah. Look at this. Yellow has built his 2 archery ranges next to... In the south, in purple space.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. So they definitely were planning on hitting teal. So this was a plan there to hit hard. And
this is smart. Building for production in your allies' base in this kind of situation. We saw in the last game that they had an Ethiopian that ended up in the pocket, and the Ethiopian tried to build scouts to support their ally, but even cavalry takes a long time to run to reinforce.
It is a relatively big map for us, so we'll see a little bit of water action here. So actually, even now though, Team East has a higher population than Team West right now, because of the fishing boats probably. Team East does have more, but it is.
So it looks like those Byzantine fire ships are giving green a hard time.
Yep. Oh, but he's repairing it. Look at this. I didn't see this.
Yeah, he's repairing. He's got 1 fire to 3, but he's repairing it.
Yeah.
And it looks like purple's scouts are about to get through blue's wall.
Yep. There they are.
So they're coming in now.
That's the disadvantage with having... I mean, it's obviously easy to criticize from an armchair, but obviously when the walls are pretty far from the town center, it's hard to get villagers there in time to repair the wall. It's not easy to do for sure.
One villager lost.
Yeah, one villager lost. Oh, only one? I already lost a few. Looking good, Blue. I mean, compared to Teal, I'm looking. Look at this! Wow, look at Green's repaired fireship.
Yep.
Look at that.
Oh.
You see this? Are you at minute 16:06?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Oh no, he lost it. Yeah. He did lose it, but
he did lose one. Yeah, but that's
a great. Value. That was a great defense. Really? Yeah. And so thanks to Green's.
Trade those out.
Yeah. Thanks to Green's defense up there, the rest of us can fish in peace. Yeah. Okay, so we see Yellow is dropping a siege workshop right next to Teal, and the archers are coming in. So Yellow is the first one in Castle Age, and his siege workshop is being dropped right next to Teal, who's lumbering away in the feudal age. So let's just see what that combination will lead to.
Blue went 2 stable scouts, so this Castle Age is going to be really delayed from Blue. It's really delayed from Green as well, since he's fighting on water. So
good gold defense though. You defended your gold.
Yeah. Some quick walls coming up there. Unfortunately, the shallow walls doesn't get up, and is losing another villager. Yep. And these scouts are now over to Green, so these scouts are really doing work.
Yeah, they also raided me first, actually.
Yeah.
All right, so
through every single base, getting kills.
Yep. So Yellow has crossbows now, a small group. There's 7, and is now pushing again.
We've got an armored elephant coming out of the siege workshop,
and an armored elephant coming out.
Meanwhile, Purple's scouts are now harassing Green.
Wow.
Getting 1 bill there.
And Green is also fighting Orange on the water and losing. Did a heroic fight, but the numbers played against them eventually. Green has lost his water, actually, his fireships.
Even a demo in reserve for Orange, so I don't think the water's going to be won back. Nope.
So here comes the Siege Elephant whacking at Teal's town center, which is not even... I don't even think it's going up to castle yet. The spear is doing what they can to take down that elephant. It's kind of like that scene in Lord of the Rings, bringing down this massive elephant. It goes down, but still not looking so great. Yeah, and you see Green's fish now being on the run.
And you'll see Blue getting the man-at-arms upgrade. That's a mistake.
So hold on, so you were playing as Vietnamese. Why did you get the man-at-arms upgrade? Was it just
it's a
misclick. Oh, I see.
Butterfingers. That was meant to be a spear.
Oh no, that's too bad. But you have a bunch of scouts here. You were supporting me at the bottom there, doing what you can to help your flailing ally down here. Now, why do I not have villagers close by to the town center? I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, to garrison in and target fire down those archers.
Yeah, that was really dumb.
That really was an issue, because now these
scouts go down.
Can do something, but
not without villager backup. Now the villagers come, but they're too late.
Yeah,
I guess you could retreat with the scouts now, but it's too late, I suppose.
Yeah.
No, the reasoning was, Tarrant, that I was trying to keep my villagers close to the wood line to protect them, and I was using the food income from the water to get my food, and I was hoping to avoid.
You see, some of Orange's fireships have now arrived at Blue's fishing.
Yeah.
So, but there are 2 demos garrisoned.
Okay. So let's see what happens there.
Yeah.
All right. So far,
the armored elephant is going down.
Oh yeah. Okay. There's hope. Okay. So Team East though, look at the ELO average. We're 3, or no, not the ELO average. I mean the stats. The average stat is now 300 behind.
Yeah.
So we are falling further behind. So the question is, can Team East somehow rebound from this early setback and somehow bring this game to a equilibrium of some kind? So let's see how that turns out. Here come Purple's Knights. Now, my TC, I'm just going into castle now, but I need to keep this TC alive to be able to finish that castle upgrade. Castle Age upgrade. Green is doing alright, though.
And identical castle times for Teal and Blue.
Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. Little victories. But So
The West
Teal's
team is definitely on the offensive.
yeah. So without
They
there's
had
no
much
question.
earlier castles,
Absolutely no question now that West team is way ahead. And actually, Teal's. So my town center is about to. It's about to be destroyed, and that is my only town center. So yeah, it's essentially it's quickly turning into a 2 versus 3 now. Actually,
The fish count for you though, Teal, is huge. Like,
yeah, I mean,
is,
yeah, I've got a
if I looked at the worker count, and you have more workers than purple actually.
yeah.
But that's including.
I was basically going for heavy econ and just kind of doing what I often do in a pocket position, which is to kind of boom economically and be set up to do a kind of like a night raid or some knight's raiding or something like that. But there just wasn't enough to stop this kind of double attack. So all of yellow's production is right next to my base, and purple and yellow just went all in. But I'm sure I could have managed that much better. But unfortunately, that goes down. However, I do escape with some. I don't know if you see my transport there with villagers. So I live to fight another day, and I make my escape. So first migration.
You've got some. Oh no, these get found. These lumber.
Yeah, no, they died down there, unfortunately. Yeah.
Oh, that would have been good. They could have found this nice. Oh no, they can't get there.
No.
I just imagined them running deep into the woods.
Yeah, I was hoping to do something like that. By the way, green is now raiding orange.
Green is raiding, but orange has a monk ready, so
yep.
he's power building a castle to defend himself there.
I would actually have thought that green should have raided yellow, because yellow is the strongest player on Team West, so that end is not walled off, is very vulnerable. So yeah. If I had any knights, I would have raided yellow.
Just the time to get there.
Yeah, but there's just nothing there, there's no, and Tarrant, you're going to see, I actually raid yellow briefly with just a small cavalry force, and he actually...
So do I, actually. You'll see some blue knights traveling across the middle of the map now.
Okay.
They're on their way now.
Oh, yeah, I see them. 7. Yeah, okay. Yeah. There you go. So let's see. I mean, Team East, we're down but not out.
The military count in the south, though, is a force to be reckoned with.
And actually, we're now average 800 points behind Team West. So it's quickly becoming desperate. But green is giving orange a run for his money, and both blue and green, you guys are both you guys are still booming in full strength. I decided to drop a castle next to your town center, my small contribution to the war effort, but it is not. Not
We've
much
got a
at this
campaign
point.
Army guarding the castle. We've got 2 knights, 2 spearmen, and a man-at-arms.
There you go. That's going to do it, right? That's going to do it.
That'll hold it.
That'll hold it. That'll do. So here we go. Yellow has unceremoniously, and so comes purple, left my base and is now coming through the front gate.
Yeah. And the army is coming north.
Yeah. Oh, look. So I see your knights, blue. Your knights there are raiding yellow. Good job.
Yep.
So that's actually doing some pretty decent. I mean, even just a small force can kind of throw someone off balance, make them lose their main army. Like if your knight force had been bigger you could have maybe, if you throw someone off guard by raiding them, you could maybe kill their main army by through the distraction.
This is doing pretty great damage actually, but he just has so many more.
Yeah,
he's like after this raid kills a lot of villagers. He'll be down to only 15 ahead of our highest.
Yeah.
And this castle has been temporarily denied here.
Yep.
But
it does go up, actually. It does go up, but first help needs to come in from... So how do we beat this back here? I don't...
Yeah, well, after a lot of vills go down. So blue's losing a lot of vills here, trying to save them. Purple doing a great job scattering his knights throughout the economy, causing a lot of problems. Blue having to react quickly to garrison those, failing in many instances.
Yeah. Oh, look, you elephants. You got some elephants.
Some bad elephants coming out. Those will hold against the knights, but the economic damage has been done.
Not against the archers.
Yeah.
So I do try to finish the castle now, and it actually goes up. All right. So far though.
And now.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's other shallows in the north. So Purple's knights are going north.
Yeah, that wasn't walled off there yet.
Yeah.
So that's the thing with this map. It is if you can manage to wall off the shallows, you can really deny and take advantage of the space. But it is tough to defend when those shallows are not walled off. Yeah. So
meanwhile, on the northern front, there's not much happening, but green is building up and is Actually, green and orange seem to be pretty closely matched, but now that these purple knights are coming in, they're causing big problems for that really efficient Polish farming.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, the question is just can green and blue, do they have an answer for what's happening right now? And is there something they can do to somehow deny and delay the other side?
Oh, and a fishing boat massacre happening in the Southern Ocean.
Frankly,
actually,
though, losing fishing boats to demos, I mean, it's hard to say who loses more there. I mean, it's just pretty bad exchange for everyone, I think. But anyway,
clearing up the knights using the much cheaper Polish knights. I wonder if he has the upgrade. I assume he does.
Yeah.
That's probably what that castle is for there.
Yeah. All right, so yellow doing an advanced base there. Do you see that? Right in front of your base?
Yeah, yellow actually now switching into elephant archers.
Yep.
And building some advanced archery ranges.
But you actually had these 3 elephants here, and they managed to I think they just run in at one point.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. They
hold for... They sit around there for a while.
Yeah. The games on the real world maps are a standard game. So technically, if the game lasts more than an hour in-game time, then Team East could drop a wonder. I was actually thinking about this. Like, is there a way that we can survive until that point and then somehow get away with a wonder victory? But it was a long shot. I look at the time now, 35 minutes in-game time. It is tricky if we can hold off the storm for that long. So let's see. Maybe green has an answer. Where are green's knights actually? Oh, there they are. They're just going out of your base.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean now. That you're so yellow is elephants. He's building the death ball.
Yeah, and those Dravidian elephant archers shoot faster.
Okay.
So they're really tough. They shoot really fast. High DPS.
I'm seeing purple flagging into the water here. Maybe he thinks I have a secret.
So these elephants just run in.
That's what I mean. Yeah, they just.
They just run in and die.
Yeah.
They're up against Imperial Age upgrades though. These are now elite war elephants with the full upgrades.
That's right.
And if you look at the status,
fully
both
upgraded.
Purple and yellow are in Imperial now.
Yep. So 2 out of 3.
Orange is on his way up. Yeah.
That's right. 2 out of 3.
Green. Yeah.
Are in Imperial, and then just 1 out of the other team. So it really, unfortunately, a bit of a. It's just a game now of can Team East hold on long enough to get some kind of a combination going that has an answer, and ideally throw one of the other side off guard and off balance, that this is somehow balanced. So imagine if we manage to destroy yellow's army and green raids orange or yellow, then maybe the game would be a little bit more on an even keel. But as it is now, I don't even know if we have much of an army facing off against yellow's elephants right now. So green's just went.
Are coming in.
Yep.
Yeah. Green getting Cavalier, that famous Polish Cavalier spam. Meanwhile, yellow's elephants are not finding any good places to come in. There's a castle right there, and walls to hold off any run by or walk by for elephants. Elephants don't run by.
Yeah, for some reason he kind of just sits around there for a little bit. I guess he's waiting for his siege units.
He's building a castle with 1 villager. I assume that's to make trebs.
Yeah.
So that's the timer for the east side team.
Yeah. You see he's sending a bunch of villagers across the map, so I assume those are to finish off the castle. So look, green is sending cavaliers now into orange's base, so let's see what that does.
He's not finding an opening though.
He wants to kill that cannon galleon. He's going to kill the cannon galleon, I think. No, he's going to miss it. Dang. I thought he was going to kill it in the shallows. Dang, too bad.
So yellow made a cannon galleon way over here and ran it all the way down the river.
Yep. All right, so green taking down that market. Yeah. But so orange is really well defended. I really would have suggested that. Look at that. Look at this. Yellow is actually walling off, but he's not completely walled off. Green could have charged in with those Cavaliers into Yellow's base. There might have been a chance.
So Green's through. He's going to be able to raid here.
He is raiding, but you see Orange has archers and monks on standby. So he was ready for it. That being said, Green does a lot of damage.
Oh, he's got Halbs too, though.
Halbs, archers, monks. It's actually really tricky spot to be raiding. But to be fair...
Especially against the Polish knights that are missing their last armor upgrade.
Yeah. It's just, of all the players, Orange is the one that's really well defended. Then again, just to be fair to Green, I mean, he's the only player on Team East who's showing some kind of a real attack right now. Obviously, you and I are pure defense mode here.
Blue and teal are basically minus Tirith, just waiting for the horde.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of this analogy earlier. Look at this. I'm trying to build a wall there to try to keep the stave off the inevitable. So I have some light calves in Yellow's base. Do you see that? So I'm trying to cause a little bit of annoyance there. Raids. But it's honestly, I use this analogy during the game. It kind of feels like a kid with a slingshot, like shooting rocks at like a battleship or something like that. Not doing too much. So yeah, Green continued to...
Trebs are coming in now.
Okay.
Got some small number of skirms.
But you know that like our army's outnumbered by his elephant archers, so it's really this is just pure death ball right now. 52 elephant archers, I'm counting. Yeah. And I didn't see that. Like we didn't repair that castle, so that's going down. Green continued to do damage here and there, but not really a knockout blow against Orange. Meanwhile, Blue and Teal are basically on death's door here. But
the Cavalier is still running around, finding a bit of damage, and they are finding damage. They're up at the north side gold. They're still working. Yeah,
but I see that. But here's the question. So what happens here if you drop? Okay, that's right. You drop a panic castle here, and somehow we need to stop this death ball. But it's just Team East doesn't really have an answer for this right now.
Green just needs to come south and try to overwhelm this.
Yeah.
And maybe with some skirmishers and knights, they can maybe do something about these elephant archers.
The funny thing about this, the funny thing about this is that it's actually just yellow right now. Purple hasn't even showed up. Now purple's running in. So, so it's this is quickly turning into a.
Oh, we've got Lati coming in. Yeah, purple's Lati. He's managed to switch over his economy and build.
How many relics did he get in the end?
He got
two. Okay, well, that's not bad. Yeah. All right, so here comes Green's cavalry. So this is really the moment. Can Team East somehow rally and stop this death ball and keep the hopes alive? It's actually a decent number of cavaliers there from Green, so let's see. One or two sad teal light cav trying to do something at the back.
I should have deleted this barracks.
Oh yeah, look at that. You can't do the encirclement as easily. Green is kind of stuck. Yellow's taking advantage.
There is one elephant here that
Yellow took advantage of the... and look at that. So, and my friends, this is how Team East... The death rattle.
Yeah, this was a funny game to commentate because there was no chance.
We knew the death ball, the doom. There's absolutely no light at the end of the tunnel. But obviously, the way we play this game is we never give up until it's really until it's over. And so obviously we're still fighting to win. We're still playing to win for a long time. But obviously we're hustling. We're trying hard. But it's there was something about that early advance that we were kind of setting ourselves up for a late game, but we were just totally exposed early on, especially me, obviously. And so, but just big hats off to
well played from the west side. One thing they did really well was, this map, the players are really spread out, but they played into that very well. Yellow sent some villagers over and built all of his production in Purple's base. So basically, Orange was in the north by himself, just doing his own thing. Meanwhile, Yellow and Purple made like this sort of tag team where Yellow had his production buildings in Purple's base, and then they pushed together.
And to be honest, Tarhan, if this map had been smaller, I think the game would have been notably shorter. Because like the thing that was actually in Team East's advantage was the distances involved. We had a little bit of time to try to do some kind of a rebound, and I mean, honestly, I think you and Green played really well given the circumstances. Raiding yellow, pushing pressure on orange. I mean, that was great. But yeah, big hats off to Team West, to Albanian Villager, Nicoletta, and Not-Light-Cav. I mean, they clearly I think they practiced even on this map because it looks like they're familiar with it.
They said that. Yeah, they said that they had done some practice games.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out the map.
So
they were
definitely
familiar with it. They were aware of the idiosyncrasies of the map. You know, the shallows and you know, some of the things. Even building a town center has
on the island. Yeah, I just looking at that. So we kind of thought we had a bit of an advantage with our familiarity with the map, but full exposure, like, or disclosure, we did. I mean, the map pool is everyone in the tournament knows what the map pool is. So so good. You know, congrats to them for, you know, knowing what preparing for it, and then just executing it so well, and just well deserved victory for sure. So I guess did you want to look at the stats here? Sorry, I think I closed it. But,
yeah, we can just look at them real quick. And
statistics here.
Yeah, and so what comes next for these teams? I guess it's continuing. This is Group 1.
That's right. So this is
groups, right? Group 1.
Yeah, this is Group 1, and these were the opening 2 games today. It is a group of 5, which makes it it's definitely an unusual group. Normally you'd have a group of 4. The other Group 2 is 4 teams. But there's going to be more games next weekend, likely on the Saturday. So definitely check back to see those games. And then both these teams that played and the other 2 from earlier today will also have games next weekend. So, and the way the tournament works is, I'll just mention quickly again, here that it's a mix of the real world maps and standard rank maps. So they're not all going to be on this map here. So we thought we'd mix it up to kind of give it a little bit of a you know, go beyond just the standard ranked maps that we usually play on in the ranked games, but at the same time not have it completely have nothing but odd maps. So we thought we'd balance it like that. So both teams will probably play on ranked maps next week. So you can look forward to that, and we'll see how these teams do there. And then right now we've got 2 teams that are in the lead. So this team here. Team West, and then as well as the other team that won in the prior game. What Cyber J, Team Cyber J? They won that the game.
Oh, the Cyber J, yeah. That was such a close game that I didn't even register who won. I just realized at one point it was over.
There you go.
Yeah. It was a really great game. I recommend checking it out if you haven't.
Yep, definitely. So that was this game. So. Game 2 concludes with a clear victory for Team West, and then Game 3 likely to be on Saturday. So check back, and then we'll probably be live streaming it again. And in the meantime, just practice and get ready for the next game. So, Taran, anything else you want to add before we close out?
Nope, sounds good to me. I'm excited. A lot of really great teams. Like, it looks like we have some really strong teams in this tournament, so I'm really excited to see these games.
Yep, 100%. Thanks guys for watching. I appreciate it, and then catch you in the next one. Cheers.